Hey, hey, hey! I know it's been a while, but I'm back and I still haven't opened this case. Had a lot of fun on that tournament over the weekend, and I'm hoping to pull some stuff that'll, put me in the running for that next one. I definitely had a lot of work to do on my decks. I ended up running with Ninja and went with a more of like a fun build rather than a top tier or anything like that. Even though I apparently had most of the cards I needed. All right,
Tier or anything
looking
like
at
that.
a big
Even
old
though I
blank,
apparently had.
big old, empty box. That's just useless. Let's go ahead and crack this guy. I wish I had a bigger pair of scissors. This thing is not the most fantastic. I'm not even bumping the camera. I'm literally just moving this thing and shaking the whole table. Let's start real simple, top right. So I don't have too much awesome stuff from fixing the camera just a tiny bit. I don't have too much good stuff from Arcane. I've only opened like 6 boxes so far, one case and two loose from the first time it was released. And as far as I can tell, I didn't ever pull any legendaries or fabled. Like I know I never pulled a fable. That thing would have stood out like a sore thumb. But for a while, I was almost convinced myself that yes, I should have pulled the helm. But I don't remember what I would have done with it. I looked with all of my other stuff. Can't find the dang thing. So, just gonna have to chalk it up to it didn't happen. Okay. Token. Show after the first 5, 2. Hopefully the same system works from the old videos. So, got Rifting, Sunkiss, Lead the Charge, Moonwish, and let's see if I can get these straight, unlike the last time we did this. Searing Sun. I would love to play Wizard. I'm just not confident enough in my deck building to to go with it. Okay, so I passed the Hollow apparently. There we go. I forgot there's 3 cards. Got to take the 2 rares, which is Rustic Relic as the super rare, and Rune Chant as my red Rune Chant as my rare. So I do want to get a bunch of these to go for a sweet Runeblade. Leave that there, I guess. That's what it is. Rares, super and above, foils. It's only been 2 weeks and I apparently forgot how to do everything, including how to tie my shoes. Let me do something really quick with my default view. And there I go. Just wanted to make sure I could see chat in case anybody wants to say hi. Okay, so 5 away. 3 go into the back. Alright. Back alley. Sun. Bigger. So yeah, as I mentioned, I went to my first tournament. Didn't do too hot. I did get a win or two, but at the same time, I could have done a lot better if I actually looked at some online deck building tips. Or I think there was one ruling I even had wrong going into the tournament. So it was good to see. Oh, I know for Runeblade there was like 2 or 3 things I needed to get clarified before I was confident enough to ever try running a Runeblade on my own time. So hopefully I'll be good to go with the Runeblade for the next one. A bunch of people also left the tournament I was in because there were 2 tournaments going on the same day. So that was kind of funny. Like the Charge, Rifting, Boots, Hamstring Shot. I did see some good Ranger builds out there. I learned how to kind of play a style of Brute from one dude. But again, I'm not too confident in my ability to mimic a Brute build. It should be a little bit better than if I were to go Guardian, though. Guardian, it seems, I know the term go tall, it's like go tall, go wide. and then there's like go mid. Uh, you go wide with Guardian because everything costs so much. You can't really have big attacks every single turn, which I'm totally down for. I mean, that's kind of what I would do with the Runeblade anyway. Oops, sorry. There we go. Spellblade Assault, Enchanting Melody, and another common. That's okay. The rounds also it was planned to be very very quick, like 30-minute rounds, and then a brief intermission between each of them while they get rankings going. But that took them a little too long, so they end up skipping the rankings part. But still had the time gap between every round, which is kind of merp. But whatevs. It all worked out in the end. All had a good time, and a number of people got some sweet rainbow foils as promos. Not too sure when to expect any of those type of things, but that's good. Oops. Pour the mold and maximum velocity. And read the runes. Oops, read the runes, go there. Still counting the days till Monarch. It's gonna be great. I want to see the new type of play styles that come out with the whole like light and dark style that they're releasing. Especially because I don't have too much support from Crucible, so I want to get something other than just Arcane and Welcome to Wrath. Not that they're not plenty to go off of already. Another Spellblade Assault with some yellow. Let me get this a little bit closer too. I think that's the most I'm going to get for right now. Because I feel like I'm holding the card super high above the table. Maybe the next one I'll see what I did in the previous videos in order to make it look a little less garbo. We'll see. Ravenous, Rift, Point, Sunkiss, Norun, Monocle, Steering Shot, more index, all the index, amplify, more reduced to rune chant, the prayer, and combo. Hopefully your guys' week has been going well. It's only Tuesday, but I mean, gotta count each milestone as an accomplishment. I forgot what the movie was, but they're like, begin each day as if it were on purpose. I think that was from the movie Hitch. Not, don't. You can go ahead and quote me on it. I'm usually quoted as saying something wrong, anyways. It's all good. Or read the runes. Life for a life, Spellblade Assault, and Absorb Aether. Yeah, it definitely makes me want to play Wizard, but the fact that you start with way less HP than everybody else, that giant uphill climb, is going to be too much for me. Too much for my little heart to take. It'd be really funny to go with Wizard and then like use a bunch of generic attack cards. See people go like, why you do this? This is a terrible choice. More index, Aether, take cover, amplifier, and common. Yeah, when I first started making decks and playing around with the cards, I thought that the Ranger was going to be one of the hardest people to play. But now that I look at it, it looks like Brute and Guardian and those guys will be even harder. Mechanic still is a wild card to me. I still can't fathom what that must look like when it's finished. Banishing so many cards from your deck just seems like, oh, seems so heavy. Pour into the mold and more commons. I doubt people are going to be watching this right now live because there's tons of Pokemon and great magic stuff going on this week. So I picked a bad time to have packs to be opened. Should have done this all last week, but it takes a while to film all this. Da, 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 da. Life for life. Warina. There's my first foil mythic, Arc Knight Ascendancy. Alright, I think I might only have like one of these, if that. Alright, let's get it. Costs 1 less to play for each rune chant. I think it naturally costs 6 and it does 5 damage normally. It's dominate, and if it hits, create X rune tokens, where X is the damage dealt by Arcanine Ascendancy. So, this is happening. That is fantastic. Uh, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I have sleeves for a reason. And that is reasons 1 to 10. Yeah, I know a big part of playing a Rune Knight is you make a whole bunch of rune tokens and don't trigger them immediately, so that way you could attack in a future turn, and then they have to try to block all the rune tokens blowing up at once. It's fun times. It's like you're setting up a bunch of booby traps, but the only thing they have to do to stop the booby traps is pitch a bunch of cards and have one like rune armor. So do I pull rune armor? No, got a lens. Hard to use as an example then. On the breaking, ether, rune flash, silver at the tip, notch the death whistle, which is good. I did need more of those, and rid shot. Knock the death whistle. Blah. I could use words. I could read things. I are intelligent. Yeah, there's one of the rune chants that I'll be using most likely. I got a couple foil ones from Crucible. Not a ton though. Forerunner. Another thing that doesn't give rune armor or defense from runes. Spellblade Assault, the red one, Oath of the Arknight, and straight up a normal common hollow rare. Common hollow rare, yes. All the contradictions, all of them. 5, 1, 2, 3, poof. Vigor Rush, Sunkiss, come to fight. There we go. So these things that say Arcane Barrier, you pitch one and then you stop 1 damage per card. Ugh. You pitch anything, and this only stops 1 arcane damage coming in. But the runes all do 1, so you pitch 3, and this can stop 3 separate rune triggers. But if you're playing against a wizard, you basically have to run with a bunch of null equipment, because they do a bunch of arcane damage all in 1 shot. So that would only stop 1 damage from a single spell. Ooh, Mordred Tide. To the end of turn, if you would create a rune chant and instead create that many +1. I only have 1 of these, so I really, really like seeing a second one. And Rune to Flesh. Okay, common. That's fine. It's fun because if you play one of these, you get to go again. Play a second one. That second one makes 2 rune tokens. One because of the main guy's, your character's ability makes a rune token. This thing says if you make a rune token, make an additional one. But then if you play another rune card after that, you then make 3 rune tokens, because this one plus the other one plus the other hero's ability. It's fun. I love it. I love it so much. I really regret not playing it over the weekend, but that's okay. I'll just have to pay money and enter another tournament. Yes, this is how I talk normally. It's fine. I don't get looks, dirty looks on the streets. I just get dirty looks normally. That's fine. And hoping that at some point I get to start playing people in real life again. I want to like have that back and forth of like how we came across our builds, take a look at some of the trade folder stuff, just like, you know, the regular card game camaraderie. Ooh, another super Tome of the Arknight. It's getting some good value out of this, even though I haven't gotten anything legendary or above. Like just the sheer number of like mythics and stuff. I feel like since I've only opened half the packs, this is doing well. Unless like no more super or mythic show up for the rest of the video, then I'd be kind of sad. Like, oh, we peaked too early. People should just stop viewing now. And now. Go by a little bit quicker. Silver tip, that's fine. Wow. And another hollow super. Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath. So it costs 9, it deals 9, and it costs 1 less for each rune chant you have. So it's a great finisher card. Because they have to not only block all the rune chants that you just blew up to make that thing cost less to play, but they also have to block the 9 natural damage. Again, haven't played enough with the Runeblade to see that pay off enough. But I am looking forward to the day I get to do my little dance for pulling off the combo. There you go, my first plunder and run of the video. It's a good card. I saw it a lot on the weekend, not gonna lie. I used it for my ninja, and I saw a good number of people use it in their decks too. It's a good thing I pause between videos, because I haven't put the trash away in a decent place. It's just all sitting right off camera, so I feel like it's a bit of a hazard since it's right next to my computer. One little spark and poof. Nah, I doubt it. Reduce to rune chant. Oh damn, more command and conquers. I only have 2, so it was working well for the weekend. Now I have a 3rd. Good for standard. Yep, this is even if I don't get a it's one of these. Even if I don't get a legendary in this box, I am definitely excited with what I've pulled. It makes me think, what are the other 3 boxes going to include? Pour the mold as usual, take cover, yep, and a red index. I also don't really go back and pull the common and rare foils out of my collection and put them into decks. I more or less just leave them off to the side. I need to start remembering to put them in sleeves. Like if I put them in decks, they're at least in sleeves. But then of course, like you're using them in decks, they're getting a little smooshy, a little bent at most. Usually no, because I don't shuffle that hard. Okay, Petals in the Middle, more enchants, and commons. On my last 3 packs now, it looks like. Hope I get like 1 more super in the last 3. That'd be fine. That would little cherry on top for this video. Okay, reorganize. Common, chameleon. Almost there. Silver the tip. Aether. Nope. I feel like I haven't gotten nothing too crazy for Wizard just yet, but that's okay. There's still plenty of boxes to go through. Life for a life. Oh, dang! Nothing. I was just kidding. I felt like that would be fine to make a noise after seeing hollow equipment, because you guys can't really see the rarity, I feel like, because there's a slight glare. But for anyone who got too excited for that, I apologize. I'm kidding. No, this is the legendary. Why? No, this is a straight common. I didn't think they really had common equipment in this. King 1 action point. Yeah, I really didn't think they printed out foil equipment in this, but maybe I was just in Welcome to Wrath. They didn't have foil equipment. I know in Crucible they definitely have foil stuff like that. Did I go too far? So Spellblade. Oh, I didn't move the stuff. I thought I did. Nope, did not move my stuff. Well, what a way to finish the video. I didn't even organize things the way I'm supposed to. Alright, well, had some good stuff in that video anyways. Command and Conquer. 2 foil cards for my Spellblade. Arknight. Mordred as another mythic. So yeah, it looks like the supers barely outnumbered mythics. 2 non-foil mythics, 1 foil mythic. 4 non-foil super, 1 foil super. I like that. I like that box a lot. Alright, hope you guys had fun, and be sure to check out part 2. See you